To use the area carries with it responsibility for its ongoing maintenance. Nolan says after last week's Creelman fire in Ramona, she's more concerned than ever.
It could be a massive tragedy if it doesn't get resolved, if these trees don't get trimmed.
With kids back in school next month, she hopes someone will do something. But for now, it seems the fighting continues. Austin Grabish, ABC 10 News.
For the first time ever, the San Diego Air and Space Museum is opening its doors to a hidden world of aviation history.
Yeah, this is really cool. They're inviting the public down to their underground restoration center where the displays that you see on the museum floor come to life. We want to bring in ABC 10 News reporter Adam Campos joining us live this morning. And Adam, you got a sneak peek of this.
Yeah, Jared and Mel, and going down there, I was just amazed at all the work that goes into the restoration projects. And now, for the first time ever, you at home can go check it out yourself. The museum is inviting people down to its restoration stop for the very first time. And when you go downstairs, you're just surrounded, again, as you mentioned, by so much aviation history, all works in progress. And this plane here, this is the Hughes H-1 Racer. It's a one-of-a-kind plane that at the time it was built set a record for fastest cross-country flight. And at the restoration facility, they're remaking it by hand through images from the National Air and Space Museum, where the original one is on display. And all of that painstaking work creating these pieces of aviation history is being done by volunteers. Many of them are retired and many don't even have a background in aviation. That's really the coolest part about this. It's just a love for it. And the CEO of the Air and Space Museum, Jim Kidrick, says it's truly special to see how they come together to put this work in, and it's time for their work to be recognized.
I think that we all came to a mutual decision as a team just to say, hey, time to open it up, time to show them our soul, who we are, and share with them something that they don't get anywhere else.
Along with the planes, you'll get to see some of the engines they've rebuilt, the mechanics of these engines, and even some of their work on the Ripley Believe It or Not cars. So the tours, they start next Monday on August 3rd. They're going to be running on Mondays and Wednesdays, and you do have to pay an extra fee. It's an extra $10 to your admission. But as you just heard the CEO say, the excitement around this, he says that this is something that you will not forget when you head down there. So for now, live in Balboa Park, Adam Campos, ABC 10 News.
The job market feels hard because it is. It's also really confusing because you do see, different headlines.
Confusing and stressful if you're applying for dozens of jobs and hearing nothing back. You're not alone.
Yeah, there are some steps, though, you can take to stand out in today's tough job market. Scripps News Group's Holly Furfer explains what recruiters are really looking for and the one big mistake you might be making on your applications.
Good morning and happy Tuesday. So the next couple of days are going to be some of the most comfortable that we're going to feel for a while. Humidity not quite as strong as monsoon flow has weakened. It hasn't gone away, but it's weakened. Temperatures also pretty close to average. Mid to upper 70s along our coast, mid 80s to a few low 90s for our inland neighborhoods. 80s in the mountains, up to about 112 in our desert communities. And if you're headed out to Salsa Under the Stars at the Otay Ranch Town Center, it's going to be nice. Temperatures are going to be in the 70s. It all kicks off at 4:30. It is going to be getting hotter, though, by this weekend.
Unemployment numbers are low right now, but millions of Americans say finding a job feels harder than ever. Scripps News Group Holly Furfer spoke with career experts to show the best ways to stand out from the crowd.
If you've applied for dozens, even hundreds of jobs lately and heard nothing back, well, you're not alone. Despite hearing positive unemployment rates, hiring is down compared to this time last year and also below pre-pandemic levels.
The job market feels hard because it is. It's also really confusing because you do see, different headlines. But what our data shows us is hiring has slowed 7.5% if you look from June of this year to last year.
Career experts say one major mistake people make is mass applying, sending applications everywhere without tailoring them to the actual role.
Job seekers are saying that they are applying to hundreds of jobs, and it's taking them months or even sometimes upwards to a year to get hired.
And in today's market, recruiters are paying attention to more than just resumes, and this includes LinkedIn.
It's your first impression. It's your first digital impression. And it's something that we know hiring managers and recruiters do check.
Catherine Fisher believes the experience section matters most, clearly explaining your skills, accomplishments, and impact instead of just listing titles.
Make sure you're including there, like really context for the roles, not just the title, but the context for the role, the skills that you have.
Artificial intelligence is also reshaping hiring.
Your first interview, not with a recruiter, but it's with an AI agent. And what that does is that really is it takes off a lot of the basic questions, so that when you get to that second round of interview, it means that you can have a more meaningful conversation with the recruiter.
But despite all the technology, experts say human connection still matters the most.
The most essential thing to any job search and career longevity is connections.
Experts say today's job search is a mix of technology and relationships, using AI and LinkedIn to get noticed, while still relying on real people to actually get hired. Holly Furfer, Scripps News Group.
It's 6:17 right now on this Tuesday. Let's get an update on our freeways right now with CHP Officer Michael Meza.
Melissa, continues to be a very busy morning on our freeways. Thankfully, traffic has completely cleared up northbound 5 at Carmel Valley, but now we're getting reports of large pieces of tire tread between the 1 and 2 lanes. And we have reports of landscaping debris scattered in lanes of the Qualcomm Way on-ramp to westbound 8. And moving on from there, northbound 805 south of 47th, a white van is broken down in the HOV lane. I'm CHP Officer Michael Meza, and that's your 10 News Time Saver Traffic Report.
Your stories matter, and at ABC 10 News, we have reporters dedicated to telling them from your neighborhood every day. Each of our journalists is devoted to a specific community within San Diego County. This means there's always someone focused on the issues that affect you most. Now you can easily see who's covering your area with our new interactive map at 10news.com. Simply click on your community to explore your reporters' latest stories and learn how to contact them directly. Visit 10news.com and check out the map today. Skycam Views, sponsored by Carlsbad Solar. Now, the ABC 10 News Pinpoint Weather Super 7-Day Forecast.
Well, good morning. I want to start with the good news. We are going to see a break from the worst of the heat and humidity for a couple of days. That high-pressure heat dome is moving a little bit farther away from us, so it'll be seasonably warm. Temperatures actually pretty close to normal through Wednesday. And then it expands west, and it actually gets a lot closer to San Diego. And this weekend, Saturday is going to be the hottest day of this week. Today is going to be the coolest day of this week. And when we talk about the heat that we're going to be feeling this weekend, it may actually be the hottest temperatures that we've seen so far this summer. And then we get a little bit of a drop in temperatures early next week, but another ridge is going to be moving in from the Pacific. So we're really going to be dealing with these warm temperatures for a while. So enjoy the next couple of days while you can. If you are headed to the beaches, we have high surf and strong rip currents every day through Saturday. I'll talk about that in a second, but I got to mention this. The Padres are back in town. They're taking on the Rockies tonight. 6:40 first pitch. If you're going out during the day, about 78 degrees. If you're going out for the game, really nice. We're going to be in the low to mid 70s throughout the entire game. All right, so we have a beach hazard statement in effect right now until Wednesday at 5 p.m. for waves of 3 to 7 feet and strong rip currents. At 5 p.m., that will get upgraded to a high surf advisory on Wednesday, and it lasts all the way through Saturday. Waves of 5 to 9 feet and strong rip currents. On top of that, on Wednesday, a coastal flood advisory will go into effect. That lasts until 3 a.m. on Saturday. Could see flooding during the high tides. 9:36 p.m. on Wednesday, Thursday at 10:08 p.m. and on Friday it's at 10:41 p.m. So those evening high tides could be dealing with some coastal flooding. For our inland neighborhoods, temperatures mostly in the 80s for 2 days. And then we're going to start to warm back up again. Some low clouds early, quickly clearing out. Temperatures in the mid 80s to low 90s. Today, by Saturday, we're closer to 100 degrees and likely will see some triple digits for the hotter inland and mountain communities. The mountains in the 80s for a couple of days, soaring to the mid 90s for the end of the week, and the deserts temperatures here also nearing 120 degrees by this weekend.
There is some welcome relief for camp surf in Imperial Beach.
For the first time this summer, campers were able to actually surf at Imperial Beach. Now, we've covered this camp for years as the cross-border sewage issue forced the YMCA to bus kids to other beaches just to get them into the water. That transportation costs about $50,000 a month.
This morning, when it was announced that the ocean was open, the spirit and just the smiles and the laughter and the happiness that they could go in the ocean right here in front of Camp Surf is really a game changer. And so it makes a huge difference. Camp Surf comes alive, and I think that's just really neat.
Camp leaders say they're hopeful that this reopening lasts, but water quality is evaluated every day, so there's no guarantee that beach will stay open for the rest of the summer.
At 6:26, we are watching our roadways here. Things have improved on the 5 from that earlier crash by Delmar Heights Road. There's a breakdown, though, reported on the 5 North. This is right before Delmar Heights Road, but it's not causing that backup that we saw earlier. We are seeing some slowing, though, coming out of the South Bay. You see the yellow and the orange, the typical slowing during this time. 54 westbound, though, is moving along nicely as we get started with our Tuesday.
The Escondido Public Library is turning a new page after a massive renovation. Coming up next, we're going to take you on a tour of the new space ahead of its grand reopening.
And is it algae or is it sewage? These videos here are going viral with people in the South Bay wondering what is in the water. We went straight to the county to clear the air.
You're watching ABC 10 News.
It's 6:29 on a Tuesday morning.
Let's go ahead and get you caught up on the stories you're going to hear about throughout your day. Breaking overnight, a powerful 7.1 earthquake rocked southern Japan. The shaking lasted for about a minute. Roads and buildings were damaged. A few fires broke out as well. Thousands of homes there are now without power. Officials issued a tsunami advisory for the coast with waves expected to reach about 3 feet.
Speaking of waves, lifeguards in San Diego are pulling hundreds of people out of rough surf. Over the weekend, crews responded to more than 400 water rescues. That's almost double the number of rescues from the week before. As heat brings more people to the beach, dangerous rip currents and waves up to 6 feet high put swimmers in danger. There's a beach hazard statement in effect through Wednesday evening.
And the American Red Cross is declaring a national blood crisis. The organization is asking San Diego donors to act immediately. Summer blood donations have fallen to a 4-year low. The situation is especially dire for type O blood. The supply of type O positive has dropped below a 1-day supply. If you'd like to donate, you can book an appointment online at redcrossblood.org.
Let's get a check of your weather right now as we look at downtown San Diego from our Coronado Sky Cab. It's a little cloudy across our coast, but a little cooler also, with temperatures still in the upper 60s and low 70s all across San Diego. 72 in Chula Vista, 63 in Escondido right now. That's got to feel good. 63 after what we've been dealing with the last couple of weeks. The heat has broken a little bit. The humidity is also going away a little bit. It's going to come back in a few days, though, so enjoy cooler temperatures while you can. Be careful if you're at the beach. As we've talked about, this beach hazard statement goes until 5 p.m. on Wednesday, and once that finally ends, we've got a coastal flood advisory that begins with high waves pushing water inland. There's also an extreme heat warning starting Thursday morning in the deserts. Temperatures this weekend could get up to 120 degrees depending on how hot things get. So be careful if you are going to be outdoors after Wednesday. Hour by hour today along the coast, we will be in the mid to upper 70s, so right around average, maybe a scotch warmer. Inland neighborhoods will be in the mid to upper 80s. A few areas could see some low 90s.
We are keeping a close eye on our drive times here as we are zooming on out. This is actually the 94 here as you head into downtown. All right, it's Tuesday morning as we take a look at our drive times here. The North County commute 78 eastbound from the 5 to the 15. That is going to take you 16 minutes. An 11-minute commute out of Escondido on the 15 down to the 56. And the 5 south, we're not dealing with any major issues out of the North County.
President Trump is hosting 2 wartime leaders at the White House today as the war with Iran enters its 6th month.
Trump is meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky this afternoon. The U.S. stopped bombing Iran after 13 straight days. Israel fears a U.S. deal with Iran could strengthen the country, while Ukraine recently attacked an Iranian ship it believed was carrying weapons to Russia. Meanwhile, there are conflicting messages about peace talks. Iran denies any direct talks are happening, but President Trump says otherwise.
We're having good talks, so we'll see what happens. I think there's a good chance that something could happen, and if it does, good. If it doesn't, we go back to doing what we were doing 2 days ago.
The Strait of Hormuz, a critical oil route in the region, remains shut down. Here at home, we're keeping an eye on our rising gas prices. In San Diego County, prices went up a cent overnight, $5.73 for a gallon of regular. And nationally, prices went down by a cent to $4.10.
Today, a special ceremony is being held for late Republican Senator Lindsey Graham. He's being honored with 2 days of funeral services, first at the U.S. Capitol, then at the Washington National Cathedral.
Right now, we want to bring in Scripps News Group's Joe St. George joining us live from D.C. And Joe, these services come as lawmakers push to impose sanctions on Russia. It's something Graham advocated for before his sudden death.
It will be a somber, emotional day here on Capitol Hill, as well as at Washington's National Cathedral. In about 30 minutes' time, services will begin inside the rotunda behind me. He will lie in state and honor only a little more than 40 Americans have ever had that honor. So this is one of the more moving tributes to a lawmaker, a sitting U.S. senator, again passing away suddenly. You bring up a very important point. Today, in true Graham fashion, covered him for many years. I think in a weird way, he probably likes the idea that it's not just mourning today. There's also lobbying. And I don't think you can write the book on Graham's legacy just yet. There's a chance that this evening, that a Russia sanction bill, which, by the way, has been officially renamed in his honor, gets an initial vote in the U.S. Senate. It's what Graham talked about in the days leading up to his death. President Zelensky, one of the world leaders in attendance for the funeral today. He's meeting with President Trump at the White House this hour. He's expected to meet with senators today here on Capitol Hill, again, to push for this vote tonight. It's long stalled. But Democratic lawmakers have joined Republicans on this, believing that this is a very fitting way to honor the legacy of the senator from South Carolina. What does the sanction bill do? It puts new penalties on Russia's leaders and the Russian financial institutions and institutions that does business with Russia. But the big news of the sanctions would give President Trump the ability to impose tariffs on countries that buy Russian oil. We're talking China, we're talking India. And in the foreign policy community, there are some who believe that may be a big reason for Putin, perhaps, and we stress the word perhaps, to bring this conflict in Eastern Europe to a close. So Lindsey Graham will be in the spotlight one final time here in Washington on this Tuesday, and whether or not a sanction bill in his honor will pass tonight, that's something we'll be tracking for you overnight and into tomorrow, guys.
All right, Joe St. George live in Washington, D.C. Thank you, Joe.
Today marks 10 years since San Diego police officer Jonathan J.D. Duzman was shot and killed in the line of duty.
He was gunned down during a traffic stop the night of July 28th, 2016. Guzman's partner, Wade Irwin, was also shot. I was on the scene the following morning as police searched the neighborhood. Guzman and Irwin were patrolling in Shelltown when Irwin approached a man on Acacia Grove Way. Irwin asked the man if he lived in the area. The man shot both of them, killing Guzman. Jesse Gomez was convicted in 2021 of first-degree murder.
And since then, JD's fellow police officers have kept his memory alive. The Filipino-American Law Enforcement Association has held fitness competitions and other events to raise money for scholarships in his name. I've had the honor of being a part of some of those throughout the years. The scholarships are awarded to high-performing, underrepresented high school seniors and first-year college students. The organization says it helps carry on Guzman's legacy. Patches of murky brown water at Coronado Beach. They're churning the stomachs of some swimmers worried that this could be algae.
We went to the county to get some answers. They say all that bubbling foam is a harmless algae bloom and fueled by warmer ocean temperatures. Recent water samples tested below the threshold for a health advisory. But some people in the area say that explanation doesn't really pass the smell test. They claim that brown water is actually sewage from the South Bay ocean outfall.
If this was an algae bloom, then you would have the entire beach covered with this same material, like a red tide. It is a plume of sewage that is pushed by the southerly swell right up into Coronado.
Now, the International Boundary and Water Commission is pushing back against that claim. The agency told our South Bay reporter Danny Miskell the wastewater it releases into the ocean is treated and likely not the cause of the foam. We're going to keep monitoring water quality tests. They should be conducted sometime later this week.
Well, staying on our coastline, a San Diego City Council member is joining the calls to reopen public restrooms around Mission Bay Park. As we reported, the city closed 13 restrooms earlier this month in an effort to help close the city budget gap. But Council member Raul Campillo says the city has the money to reopen the restrooms. He wants to use the funds originally set aside for a stalled ballot measure, but claims Mayor Gloria rejected that proposal. We reached out to the mayor's office for a response. We're still waiting to hear back.
More than a year of renovations has the Escondido Library ready to flip the page and reopen for excited readers. The city has transformed this downtown landmark with modern spaces, more technology, and more room for the community to learn, gather, and grow. ABC 10 News Inland North County reporter Gabe Salazar takes us inside.
Every good book has a new chapter. And after about a year of renovations, the Escondido Public Library is about to start one of its own.
For months, this close sign and caution tape kept you away. As your Inland North County reporter, I'm giving you a sneak peek of what's new as library officials prepare to welcome you back in. This is Reno. He's the director of the library.
Already you can see that it's much brighter in here, but really the goal of the renovation was to make as much as we could the library a space for people and not necessarily books.
A little more than a year and $13 million later, some of the biggest changes are easy to see, like updated furniture, brighter spaces, and new study areas. Others are hidden behind the walls. The project included new HVAC systems, a new roof, improved accessibility, modern lighting, a dedicated teen area, and spaces designed to bring people together.
Sometimes the loudest upgrade is the quietest one, and these brand new quiet rooms are made for focusing on your finals.
Or when you need to cram in a last-minute study sesh. And Landa says the wait is worth it, with construction finishing on schedule and under budget.
The bids came in lower, and we had some good budget management, and so we had extra funding to actually do changes that are much more visible, like the furniture we see here, much more changes to the second floor.
Go up the stairs, past the student-created tile art, and the second floor almost looks unrecognizable. Redefining story time for young readers, letting their minds unleash their creativity. The building serves thousands of people every year. The library is one of the few places where everything is free, from computers for job seekers to a quiet corner to study.
A good challenge, but one we've met with the support of everybody involved.
The shelves are stocked and the doors are swinging open on this new chapter on Monday. In Escondido, Gabe Salazar, ABC 10 News.
Gabe covers inland North County communities and transportation issues. If you have any tips or story ideas for him, send him an email, gabe.salazar@10news.com, or scan the QR code on your screen.
Healthier and tastier crops with the power and help of science.
After the break, ABC 10 News anchor Kimberly Hunt spoke with one researcher about the new soil-first approach that could change the way we eat.
Today's market update sponsored by California Coast Credit Union, improving lives in our community.
All right, we're taking a look at our stocks right now. The Dow is up about 0.5%, up 266 points, rising on some strong earnings here. The S&P down slightly. We're looking at in the red about 0.25%, down about 21 points, with the NASDAQ currently down over 1%, down about 266 points.
What started as a rock hit on the highway turns to a massive crack at a windshield needing replacement. So do you file an insurance claim or pay out of pocket? I'm Joe Ducey with the Better Business Bureau. Insurance rates are so high, it's something that ABC 10 News viewers should think about. It's a cost issue. Older windshields may run a couple $100 to replace. Windshields on newer cars with cameras, safety upgrades, or specialty glass can cost $1,000 and more. Yeah, but it's not your fault. Shouldn't affect your rates, right? Well, some insurance agents are saying now a pattern of similar claims made within a small period of time can make you seem high risk. If windshield replacement costs are less than your deductible, consider not filing a claim and paying on your own. Bottom line, talk to your agent and check your insurer's policies. And it's better to know these things before they happen. More on the story at 10news.com. Check BBB.org for reviews and accredited businesses, and JoeKnowsBetter.com for all BBB scam busters. And I'll see you next time.
Now, the ABC 10 News Pinpoint Weather Super 7-Day Forecast.
Well, good morning.